Hello, punters. Welcome to episode 27, Leg Up Australia podcast. Woodhead, BJ, Borgie. Fellas, how you going? We'll start with you, Borgie. What's doing?
Me, I'm good, mate. Big weekend, but I'm back on board. I am.
You went missing this
ready to rock
weekend. You got blind at your brother's wedding.
I didn't get too messy. That wasn't too messy. But
You
I
had
had
to
a
do a
work thing
speech.
before that where I
Oh, that's right.
gave it a little nudge.
Made a fool of yourself.
No, I don't do that.
Bullshit. Of course he did.
No.
Good work, Boogie. We know you at
quite.
Christmas parties.
Yeah,
Christmas
you
parties.
knew that old
We
Boogie.
know you.
What did you do with work?
We had a conferencing. We do it at a conference every year.
Man,
Pretty
how was
cool.
your weekend, Beach?
My weekend was good. I can't remember much of it, not because I got drunk or anything like that, but nothing overly exciting happened.
I want to just thank you for not being on the 0% alcohol beers because we got a lot of feedback on that.
Yeah, they really knock you for 6, so
They
I'm
don't.
staying away from
That's
them
not
this
Mostly
week.
from us, the feedback.
Yeah.
Can you stop
There was
doing
some
that?
really aggressive feedback from Borgie and myself.
They were delicious, and there's still 2 in the fridge over there, just waiting for you guys whenever you're ready to.
They'll be in
Have
the
one.
bin as soon as you leave today. What was your highlight from the weekend, BJ?
Me? Well, it definitely wasn't the track, because I think the bias was pretty bad at Randwick. But Libertini, she defied the bias. She still got the cash, and she is still the most promising horse.
Luckily, because that was our bankroller bet.
Bankroller.
Bankroller
I was
is
a bit
now
concerned.
at $410, and we've only had one loss out of the whole thing.
$410. Let's
Nice
keep it
one.
rolling.
Yeah. How about a little bit of racing news? Kathy O'Hara's found herself in a spot of trouble, bit of hot water.
What's she done?
You not seen it?
No, I haven't seen anything.
So she's been bringing up on the thing. She is not supposed to hand their phones in apparently before they go in the stewards room
Yeah.
of the race day, and they have I think footage or something where she's gone to her phone 65 times over the
3-month period.
3-month period. And she won't race in Spring Carnival.
Snapchatting.
Who knows?
She's
well,
in trouble.
Who was she messaging? Any
well,
ideas?
that's what I was getting to. Is it? She's messaging you, Kathy Hara used to chat back in the day. BJ,
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
BJ.
Definitely
Don't,
not.
couple face to face.
don't play
No
coy.
She definitely was not messaging
Don't
me.
play
now.
coy.
Not now, obviously. You think she's got a partner, and you got a partner now. But back, you both were single at a point in time that was maybe mutually.
I definitely had no luck, I tell you that.
He's going red.
Through lack of trying. Or?
What a stitch up.
What
What an
a-
absolute stitch up.
Borgie's had this just simmering away all arvo, waiting for you to come in.
Payback.
Have you met Kathy?
Definitely.
Oh, aggressive? Okay, you met her.
Maybe we'll leave it alone.
Yeah. Met her good.
No, nothing more than meta, but
okay.
you're not allowed to be on your phones. So she could have been messaging anyone. It wouldn't be.
Could be you.
You're not allowed to because they don't
Yeah,
want
you can't.
people giving information from
Yeah,
the
that's
track,
fair.
and you're not allowed to do it. So a lot of jockeys have got in trouble for it in the past. So it's general knowledge that jockeys cannot be on their phones in the.
Okay,
they
mate,
actually
stop
hand
trying
them
to cover it up.
Do
We
they
get
hand
it.
them in? Do they actually?
I don't know if they hand them in. I don't know if that's the rule.
Rambling
I don't think they have to, but I don't think they're allowed to be on their phones at all in the jockey's room.
Well,
Fair enough.
you've handled that very well.
Oh,
Very nervous ramble after that. 65 times in 3 months. Give it a rest.
65
Just
times,
pop
3 months.
Yeah, I know, but like if you're not meant to do it,
Yeah. You'd think that at some point they'd go, "Hey, Kathy, like, tone it down."
it was all on CCTV, so people would have seen her in there and no one said anything, and then they've
Yeah, and they waited and waited and waited, and now Spring Carnival's about to come up, and they're going, "Oh yeah."
yes, see ya.
How many? She got like how many meeting ban?
3
like a
months.
3-month
She got
ban.
3-month ban.
3
So
months.
she'll miss the whole
I
Spring
haven't heard
Carnival.
anything about this.
It only came
at
out
all.
maybe this morning.
Yeah.
Last night.
24 hours ago. Yesterday
Yeah.
at 7 o'clock.
So
Okay.
if you liked Kathy on anything,
Yeah.
Well, she rode Finch on
sorry.
Saturday and he went really good.
She was suspended for 3 months for using her phone 65 times over a 12-month period.
oh god,
It's not that bad, is it?
65 times. What's that in 12 months, Borgie? You're the
That's
maths
a
man.
bit over
10
5.
times. What?
5 times over a 12-month period. Oh, I just
Her
did 65
partner-
divided by 5.
I'm just having a read thing. Is the reader right of Matthew Smith trains today at Grey Liners, Path Caulfield Melbourne Cups. Her partner, Charlie Duckworth, a licensee with the Wallace stable, has also appealed his penalty. He copped a $2,000 fine for sending a text message to her, engaging in a phone conversation during a race meeting.
while she was on the horse, she took a call.
Bluetooth. Hello,
Well,
Kathy speaking.
Similar to what
Oh,
Odell...
look, I haven't really got much time.
Yeah, I'll do an interview.
Yeah.
Bit
No,
like
that's not
one
the
of
worst.
those ones where it's a telemarketer. I get so many of them.
No, I don't.
None of them want interviews.
Bit like what Odell Beckham was doing on the weekend.
If he could have a mobile phone on the field, he could.
He would take a call on the field.
So, if anyone that's missed it, Odell Beckham Jr. has gone to the Cleveland Browns, and everyone's getting hyped up and getting on the Browns bandwagon. We said we're not on it, yet we bet on him in the first week.
Let's say he's a very good player, but let's also say, for as much of a player he is, he's 10 times the showman.
Baller.
He's a baller.
He's a baller.
He's definitely a baller.
He rolled out. Now I like my watches.
What
I'm
was
a
the
bit
name
a
of the watch again? I'm just going to
It's
Google
a
this.
Richard Mille, Mille. It's
Miller?
it's worth about $500,000 US, and he's worn it during the game.
Surely a sponsorship.
Yeah, oh, probably. Who knows?
I never knew of the watches
It's
before,
like a Formula One.
obviously.
It's like Nadal wears one. So
During the-
Nadal
How
always
much
wears
did
an iron.
you-
Yeah, he wears it.
Oh, really?
How much did you say it was worth?
That one in particular is worth $500,000.
Okay, well, this
US.
the first, I Googled it, and the first watch that came up,
Yeah.
1.2 million.
Which one is it? Is it called after someone?
Tourbillon Pablo Marc, Richard Millet.
Yeah, they're a sporting watch. They name him after players. He's probably looking for an Odell Beckham Jr. version. Rafa Nadal has one. A couple of racing car guys. Jackie Chan has one, if you wanted to know. But yeah, as soon as I saw him wear that watch out in the field, I thought, yeah, we're fucked here.
Is it a smartwatch or anything like that?
No, it's not.
You can't answer
Kathy
a
could
phone
have sent him
call?
a message while he's there playing. We didn't have the best start to the NFL for week one.
What did you go?
1 from 5.
1 from 5. At least there's room for improvement.
How is that watch? Like, you can buy a house.
What are you looking? Which
Shelters
one are you
you.
looking at?
I don't know. I'm just looking at anything. Just like, how can...
That one you're looking at is even nicer than the one he wore. I like that one.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
it's
back
just
in...
crazy.
Remember,
Just
Sorry,
back to
sorry.
sponsors. If Richard,
Yeah.
If you're watching
throw a couple of
Richard-
watches.
yes. So I knew we were in trouble. The Browns. We did say we were not jumping on the hype bandwagon, but I thought they were going to get that first week one win. They did not. Cowboys got us the cash. Jets let us down. I tell you what, though, the Patriots, my Patriots, who I kind of bet against for the Super Bowl, they look like they're getting stronger and stronger. They've just signed a young gentleman called Antonio Brown,
Don't know if you've ever heard of him.
who's just been in two clubs in 2 days and
he's had a few dramas, hasn't
a
he?
few
Run
dramas.
us through the very quick timeline of Antonio Brown.
You know what? We honestly don't have enough time. This bloke is one of the greatest talents, and he cannot stop stuffing it up. And he's just gone to Patriots after video recording coaches and putting on Instagram and all this
He had
BS.
a fight with a general manager.
He had a
of the
fight
team.
with the GM of the Raiders, and then just today, just went over to Patriots on Sunday or Saturday, I think, and then
Tom Brady's best mate, isn't he?
he claimed that too. But yeah, it'd be very interesting. If he does play, keep an eye out for him. If you remember, him was at Pittsburgh. He's a African American, and he has a bleached white mustache, which I think is a good look.
I think that's a good look. It was about, November last year that we all had our...
Yeah, I
You
think it
didn't
was
have a
November.
mustache. We had mustaches, Boggy and I. How much
Hey,
did we end up raising?
$1,500.
$1,500.
That's a good
We've got to
effort
do that
by us.
again soon.
Are you going to do it?
I'll have a mustache.
I'm
I
having
need
a
to do
year
some
off, I think.
exercise.
You're having a year off?
Your mustache looked good, though.
It did look really good.
Yeah.
Did Kate like it?
She
Does
I
it
think
told
she
know?
only saw it twice because I was living up here and she was still in Sydney. So
We
she
should
liked
go,
it from a...
We should go back to those old
Sure, I
videos.
like it.
Mine was horrible.
Yours
Yours
was
was horrible.
horrible.
You look like the guy from Guess Who.
And it's not good for you or I because we both have pretty good noses on us. So
Hey,
don't really want to underline either of
look,
those.
just before we go into... You want to go in the NRL?
We will touch on that.
Oh, good. I mentioned 2 horses last week. I don't know if you listened to last week's podcast.
What were they?
The first one was Red Zell.
One.
The second one was Samadell.
Also one.
Yeah. Big money if you threw them together.
You're too good.
I didn't tip him. I just mentioned.
Son of doubt, our man Bjorn.
Bjorn, if any of you guys don't know, we played basketball against Bjorn and put on the Facebook page. We really should reshare that.
We killed
He's
him.
a good man. Do you remember what his first Group 1 winner was?
It was in the... no idea.
I do. It was the Magic Millions.
No, but
Nope.
not Group 1.
Oh, it's not a group one.
I was going to
It
say
was
that.
the
but they were-
Doomben 10,000 and it was unencumbered.
Oh, unencumbered, of
Yeah.
course. Was that his or his dad's?
No, that was his. He had
Did he
another
win
one
a
with his
Doom
dad.
10,000?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Didn't
Well,
remember
you,
that.
for him.
he literally said it to your face on video.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't listen.
Just
Then
most
again, then
times.
again, I could be wrong. We'll put it back up.
But we'll go. I'll
all
Google
right,
that later.
You want to get into NRL, then we'll do a bit of AFL, then we'll finish with a bit of racing?
Yeah.
Okay. So what stood out to you, Borgie, from the final round of the home and away NRL season?
Oh, well, I had a pretty big weekend, so I can't say too much stood out. I know I'll tell you what, my Panthers, they worked all year and then finally put a score on.
I watched
Go
that
the
game.
on the
Panthers.
That
I
was
watched
great.
that game.
Cleary scored
3 tries.
3 tries, kicked 9 from 9.
Did he end up with 3?
3.
4?
4.
Yeah, then kicked 9 from 9 conversions. They finally put on a score, but it was all, too little
Far
too late.
out.
What's your
Um,
center's name? The bloke that you got raps on? T.
Not
T-O.
To'o. To'o.
To'o.
To'o.
To'o.
He's a winger.
I saw some bloke
To'o.
had a multi. He put.
I like, he's good, but I do like someone else there. I'll bring him up in a sec.
To'o.
You go.
Someone had a $5 multi
I
on
saw this.
Nathan Cleary to score 3+ tries and T.O.
To'o
to score
To'o
1
to score.
to score any time at 1,100 to 1. And he had $5 on it. or
No
something.
way.
Yeah,
He won
that's
that's
the
nearly
best.
$6,000.
Good bet, hey.
That's the best. I love seeing that stuff. Was it a tab one?
I don't
'Cause if it was a
know.
tab one,
I think it
it's
was
fake.
a sports bet one, actually.
well, that's
I think it was a
probably real then.
sports bet one.
Good people over at Sportsbet.
Wasn't you, was it, Boogie?
Nah, mate.
You'd be shouting dinner tonight if
Brian
it was.
To'o.
Brian,
If you've got like a kind of exotic last name like To'o, don't call your kid Brian.
That's why you called your son Max.
We've got a lot boring last name.
Max Wood.
Max Wood. Can I tell you what my standout for round 25 was?
Go ahead.
The Rabbitohs Roosters game.
You thought it was a good game?
Yeah, for a game that didn't actually mean a whole lot in regards to the results, and there was always a really good chance they were going to play each other first round, they were not playing conservative at all. They were...
They don't like each other, the
they-
Roosters and the Rabbits.
It's a very, very... I think a lot of rivalries these days are manufactured. I know in the AFL they are. This is a very real rivalry, isn't it? And
It seems that way, yeah.
if you get a chance, I know you were on the plane Thursday night, I think.
Nah,
so-
I was
Oh, you're on the conference?
I was indulging a couple of
yeah, the
bevies,
conference, spitting in people's faces.
socialising.
If you get a chance to have a look at it, all I hope is that we get a repeat of last week's game this week.
Yeah, this one's a monster one now because
It'll be better.
Yeah, it'll be better. It's
God, I
the
hope so.
SCG,
They're one of
which
the
suits-
toughest games I've seen this year.
Well, Rabbitohs will go out. You'd imagine going beauty. We do the same again, so
Yeah.
their strengths will, they'll play at them. But the Roosters will not want to lose this.
The Roosters looked
They
home.
won't.
They skipped out to 10-0 lead. And then
They
there
lost
was
it.
16
So
unanswered
tell
points.
So
from the
tell me
Rabbitohs.
how. Is there any big ins? Because Roosters are $1.30 faves. Rabbitohs paying $3.45.
Yeah, I think that's it. Just it
Like,
looks
it's a
like
week
overs, doesn't
apart,
it?
hey,
A
yeah.
week ago,
Yeah.
a week ago, the Rabbitohs got the better of them, and now they're $3.50.
And it's
You
Friday the
you could say
13th.
this about all the games almost. We'll get to that.
Kiri's
in.
in, I suppose.
Kiri's big.
Kiri's a pretty
So
big
Kiri
in.
didn't play last week. Did
No, he was a late withdrawal, I think. Oh, no, because he's... I don't know if this is wrong. Him and his partner had a baby,
Oh, congratulations.
possibly. And
Congratulations,
Orbo's back
Luke
in,
Keary,
and
if
Brett
that's
Morris.
true.
Okay. Morris, Orbison, Luke Keary, Ryan Hall, and Takiao.
I'm not a huge fan of Ryan Hall. to
No,
be
me
honest. I don't
neither.
think
We
he's
won't
done
see
that
him in a
much
Roosters
since
jersey
he's-
after this season.
Yeah, it's come from the
Um,
Super League.
Takiaho, Orbison, Keary, Morris. Big ins.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Big outs for the Rabbitohs. Dane Gagai, Sam Burgess.
Yeah, that hurts.
Sam-
That's the market. It's probably a little bit short
Makes a lot
for
of
me,
sense.
for the Roosters,
George
but
Burgess is in. Tom Burgess is in. James Roberts in.
Jimmy the Jets.
Your
in.
mate. What do you like here?
The Roosters. I think they'll do it. It's SCG as well. There's a couple of specials going around for Latrell to be first, second, or third try scorer. He loves the SCG, so I'll be getting around that. I think if I was having a bet, but I know I'm not allowed to have try scorer bets anymore.
That's a different one. That's not any
that's
time.
okay.
That's first, second, or third.
Yeah, first, second.
You're
or third,
banned from
right.
any times.
He's basically
is
banned from
more-
any try scorer bet.
It sounds like
Oh,
that.
I didn't
But
know those.
Yeah, the Roosters with an anytime Latrell try would probably be my bet actually in that one.
I like that. You know
Thanks.
what? I'm going to have it.
Yeah. I'll-
Big result last week went against the Raiders.
Oh.
So the Warriors
How
upset the Raiders in Canberra. In fact, we know that because it was one of the legs of the clan bet,
Yep.
minus 5.5.
Sorry, boys.
That's all right. Don't worry.
It's okay.
we didn't hold up our end.
You
If
let
anyone
us
didn't
down,
know
mate.
that, the clan bet went 0 for 3 last week, coming off a win. So this second game, Saturday afternoon, Storm versus Raiders down at Amy Park in Melbourne. Storm $1.41, Raiders $2.85. What are you liking?
Well, only 3 or 4 weeks ago, they played this game down at Amy Park, and Melbourne went up 18-0
Yep.
and got beat 22-18. And then you got the market that suggests that the Storm should do this relatively easily.
The
I know
line's
it's finals now.
The line's 6.5.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. Look, the Raiders rested a few last week as well.
They did.
So that's a big part of it. Look, they'll be right up. This is going to be a huge game. It's hard to tip against Melbourne in the first week of the finals. Be pretty interesting.
I reckon you're pretty safe if you can tip it. I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah,
You like Melbourne?
Yeah, I do.
I think I'd just stick with the Storm. That loss last week is pretty ordinary against the Warriors. Like, I know they could half afford it. Could they have lost fourth position?
No, I don't think the top four could have changed.
They couldn't have changed. So
No.
I don't know.
That's okay. It's always okay to lose in the week before the finals. I have no problem with that. Switches teams back on because you've got to win too many games in a row.
But then
I
you
see-
play the
hold on, I
minor
see where this
premiers.
is going.
Yeah, Manly. They lost their last two. But like the minor
Perfect.
premiers, now you got to
They're primed.
now you got to play the minor premiers down at the minor premiers home ground. So you expected, okay, you know that's a tough game. Say you lose that, then you're going into a do or die final, having lost your last two games. I don't know.
I don't agree with.
I think the Raiders will win.
BJ's.
You think the Raiders?
You're
win
going
the Storm?
Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders will win.
I'll be sticking with the Storm. It's a little bit of a. It's definitely a tough one. How many points can I give the Raiders? What's the start? 5.5.
6.5.
He said.
No, I think the Storm are going to do it. I
Okay.
think the Storm will do it. They had that loss to Raiders and they came back and they blew Manly away. I think they're pretty for real.
Oh, the Raiders get Clockstad back, Soliola, Bateman, Rapana, Leilua, and Sammy Williams.
Oh, I know, but I just
He's
I can't
playing
see him
Melbourne
getting beat.
at Melbourne, first week of the finals.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit much.
I reckon you're right.
Go the Green Machine.
We'll see.
Second game on Saturday, third game of finals.
How good. I cannot wait.
Manly Seagulls taking on the Cronulla Sharks at Lotto Land.
Just scraped in Lotto Land.
What do you mean?
The asbestos.
They nearly canned it. They gave him 24 hours. They found asbestos
Where?
at Lotto Land, and
In
they said
in
you
the
got
goalposts?
24 hours in the goalpost. And Manly said, "Oh, we don't go near there anyway."
was on the
Yeah,
hill.
we're
So
safe.
we're safe. A try line. What's that? And they the NRL gave them 24 hours to get a clearance, and they did. So that's good. DCE's come out, done a Facebook thing saying, "Hey, Manly fans, the two of you out there, can you please come to the game because we don't want to be overrun by Sharks players. I know that as fans, you like to watch from your
TV.
Excuse me,
Ds,
that's
but
not true.
do your
Brookie,
best, please.
We get to Brookie.
How
Do
about
you?
That
Orlando?
hill packs out.
How
I
many
tell
times,
you.
Dimmy,
How about
in your
Lighter?
whole life, how many times been to Brookvale?
I've been plenty of times.
Just say.
100. I took Borgie
Bull-
once.
100.
We went once, didn't
You're
we?
a fibber.
No.
We went to a Panthers game.
You're a
or something.
fibber.
Was it Penrith?
Oh, we
That
did
was
go
at
to...
Penrith. Because you lived in Quakers Hill and went
No, but
for
I used to live at Seaforth, remember?
like 6 weeks, wasn't it?
He dropped in once to a friend's place.
That was a restaurant. You went there
we
for
used to
breakfast.
I used to live at Seaforth, and me and Miles used to go to the games, and we'd
Luke
be on
Marlowe?
the hill.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
me and Lukey Marlowe.
Nope.
On the hill,
Golden
cheering Daly,
tonsils.
Cherry Evans on.
Get 'em,
and
Daly.
Tommy Trebojevic, the boys.
Hey, big outs for Manly. Marty Tapau
or
And
Marty
Curtis
Tapau.
Sirenin.
and Curtis
That
Sirenin.
hurts too, I reckon. Curtis is
No
good.
doubt. It hurts.
Some big ins, though.
Yeah, so this is where it gets very interesting.
The T-Rex.
Some interesting ins.
Is this true?
They reckon
Tony
so.
Williams hasn't played for Manly for like 6 years.
Well, they had to. Apparently, they went to the NRL and said we need to pick someone that's not in our top 30 or something. We want to play the T-Rex. And,
Yes.
yeah.
How good.
So is he's on their list.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was playing for Manly.
Bullsh.
But
This stinks.
thank God he is.
This stinks.
I wonder if we can get a market about T-Rex giving away 2+ penalties.
That you wouldn't want to take that.
I'll
You wanna-
definitely be taking that.
T-Rex making 2+ lawn breaks. That's what you want to take.
Oh.
Ooh, the
Oh.
big fella in
Has
open
he
space.
spent the 7 years or however long it's been since he's played NRL learning about like physics and how he's bigger and stronger than him? So if he just runs fast,
Yeah,
it's hard to stop.
usually
There
break
was
the
a
line.
stage where he was the most. I reckon he was the.
I feel like that was a very small
He
stage.
made the most impact of any forward in
but
the
then
game.
he got this thing into his game where he get the ball flat-footed.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's no
Yeah,
good.
That was no good. And-
That's no
but
good.
It was when he was at Manly, and then he got that big deal at Parramatta or something, and that's when he
Bulldogs as well. He
wasn't
there.
playing all that
Yeah.
good there. He wasn't playing all that good at Bulldogs, but now he's back at Manly. He's back on the beaches.
I'll tell you what.
Back on the
Manly-
beaches. Bit of sand between his toes.
Manly could beat the Sharks.
Oh,
We've seen the Sharks serve up some rubbish.
The
Yeah.
the line's 4.5, which is
This one just takes Sharks to show up. Like, Sharks are 50-50 at the moment. If they show up, the Sharks show up, they win.
who are you? Okay, so you're
They'll
going.
truckload
BJ's
Manly.
going Manly. You
Manly
know
will
what?
start favourites.
I'm going Manly on this in this one as well.
No.
Manly won't start favourites. They're paying $2.54 now.
They'll truckload them.
No, they won't.
You're
It'll be
saying
you.
take
It'll
the
be
prize.
all your
Take
money.
them. They'll truckload them.
What do
They'll
you
start
like,
favourites.
Borgie?
Manly never don't start favourites at Brookie. Ever. I don't think. I think
I like Sharks with the minus the start.
twice on the record have Manly not started favourite
Okay.
at Brookie.
Oh.
Ever.
That's not
This
a
is
fact.
this is a bullshit
Fact.
stat.
Kind of-
Okay, so Borgie, you like
I
Sharks
like the
minus
Sharks.
4.5,
I'd probably just take the
$1.85.
Sharks straight out, but I'd
Look,
it's
they're
4.5's
thinking
not
they're not
much,
giving you the full $1.90 for it either. They're giving you $1.85 for the
Dogs.
4.5.
dogs.
Well, losers.
The last
see-
game.
Did you
Oh,
see
wanna
Sean
get into it?
Johnson's Instagram?
What do you do?
He or Insta or whatever it was, like just on a flight to the finals where you're at Warriors or something like that,
Ooh.
throwing a bit of shade at the Warriors.
Throwing
But
shade.
also, like, where was Johnson going? Like, he got to play Manly.
Oh, they're not going to
And
drive
last week
there.
they played the Tigers at Leichhardt. Like,
they
where
got
are
helicopters.
On the
Anyway.
plane.
It was
on
funny,
the winning
but
pa-
also
on the
didn't make
Haynes.
sense.
Oh, no. Didn't exactly make sense. Sunday, final game of week 1 of the finals. We have the Parramatta Eels taking on the Brisbane Broncos. The line is minus 4.5. 4.5 again. Para go into this one as favourites at $1.50.
Because it's at Bankwest.
Yeah.
Last time they played, it was a 1-point affair, and the Broncos got up. I think actually, we had Eels plus a couple of points in that, remember?
That's right, we did.
And you had Corey Oates to score, which you did.
Correct.
Um,
I didn't.
I like the
I
Eels.
was hoping you
here.
guys weren't going to bring that up.
Eels at Bankwest. Broncos, a bit like the Sharks, have been hit and miss. I think they've strung a couple together now, the Bronx. But
They lost last week. They got flogged last week. 30-14 by the Dogs.
oh
didn't look
yeah,
good.
sorry, of course that was
Yuck.
a bad one. Yeah, I'm on the Eels here. Go
What
the
do,
Eels.
what do you like? Just straight out?
Minus the
I
start,
think I'd take the
Borgie.
start. Yeah, take the start off them.
Give it to them. Give it to the Broncos.
Yeah, I
I
think
like that
that's,
one, Borgie.
Where
You've
do we end
redeemed
up?
yourself.
Okay, so you've taken, just to recap, your
Rabbits-
selections,
sorry,
and then we'll do a
Roosters
multi.
to win.
You've gone Roosters to win, $1.30. Melbourne Storm win,
Yep,
$1.41.
nice.
Cronulla Sharks minus 4.5 at $1.85. into Para -4.5, $1.90. That gives you $6.39.
Beautiful.
That's a real rip snorter.
You think that's good? I
The
don't
only
think
thing I'm
that'll
going to
win.
replace in it is I actually do like Manly. Saturday night.
Do you want my multi?
Yeah,
Oh,
give us
okay.
a multi.
Okay, here's
You
my
weren't
multi.
meant to do one.
No, I'm not going to.
Daily into T-Rex into Manly.
New Balance shoes.
Yeah.
My multis are for the people, the punters out there that have got real big
Cojones.
kahunas. Yeah.
Kahunas.
And
Panthers to win.
and- okay, so let's go here. We'll take the Rabbitohs with the start. What's the start? Six and a half.
6.5.
Beautiful. We'll take that. And then
No,
we're gonna
sorry,
take
no. Rabbitohs is 8.
8 start. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's take that. Rabbitohs with the start. We'll take the Raiders straight out.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do maths on the run.
Sea
Yep.
Eagles straight out.
Yep,
And then all up, Parramatta. Final game.
$20.
Beautiful. That's the big kahunas.
I reckon that's.
Is that the word?
I'm gonna
Kahunas?
Cojones.
Cajonas.
I reckon that's going to lose.
Conax. 2 S's.
Cojones. Okay, beautiful.
All right. Well,
I can't wait.
There's 2 alternative multis for the
I reckon
punters.
you're going to be
I'd
closer.
probably take Borgies, but switch out.
the Manly.
Switch
Yeah, I
out
think
the
that's
Manly.
what I'll probably do.
All right. Do you want to talk a little bit AFL? Only a little bit. There's only
Only
2
2 games
So
this week.
who gets the rest? Collingwood gets the rest, and Richmond gets the rest.
Richmond.
Do you reckon if
get
there was
the red.
one AFL player that would wear a watch on the field, who would it be?
That's a good question.
Do you think it'd be Buddy?
No.
No?
Buddy's very understated for someone that's such a
pretty
big
chill.
star. Yeah,
But he likes to play footy though. Like he's actually
he's a
gets
footy
out there and
freak.
he
Yeah,
plays,
he
though.
watches
Like,
all footy. Like from all reports, like he watches all the other games and things like that. I'd probably say there's a young bloke in the Collingwood side, Dustin Martin from Richmond. I reckon
you
he's
reckon? A bit of a showman?
bit of a. Oh yeah,
He's
I
got a
think
couple
he's
of sponsors as well.
Yeah, he got
where he
plenty.
Isn't Dustin Martin killing him?
He
going enormous,
He kicked
yeah.
6 against Brisbane last week.
Killing him. They flogged him.
How they didn't tag him and shut him down, I have no idea. So I know I'll get into that
getting away
anyway.
from us.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's
6
continue
goals.
doing the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, there's a bloke that plays for Collingwood called Braden Maynard. Braden? I think he's Braden Maynard. I think he's a fairly rough cat. And he has the high cut fades with the kind of semi mullet at the back, and
It's a good haircut.
it's too
If I find it up here, I'd have
Yeah,
that.
I think there'd be a. No one in the AFL could afford a Richard Miller. Like, it's half a year's pay.
What about NRL? Who do you think would
Yeah,
rather watch in the NRL?
I don't know. Who do you reckon?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. But I really, I despise the,
Yeah,
the
flashiness.
yeah, that all sort of gear. I'm just do a really good job on the
Like
footy
if
field.
Hayne was around, Hayne could be a possibility.
No,
I don't do any Facebook's comment sprays, and I sprayed Antonio Brown on Instagram. He's got like a couple million followers. So
Sure, he
would
would
never
have been
have seen it.
upset.
Yeah, he knows who we are.
You know.
I did it from the leg up. I wasn't going to do it
Yeah,
my
yeah.
own personal page.
Come over all 3 of us.
But he was basically saying about he was talking to his coach, and this is the recorded information where he's like, and the coach is like a real kind of footballer whole of thing. He goes, and if you're with me, knock on wood. Anyone that watches Hard Knocks will know what that is. But his coach is like, I just want you to get out there and play football, man. Be a footballer, play football. And he's like, I'm a real man. I'm thinking, you don't get paid fucking $10 million a year to be a real man. You're paid $10 million a year to be a footballer.
Got that, yeah.
Go out there and be a footballer. Don't turn up to training camp with frostbitten feet.
That wasn't really his fault.
It was. He went and did cryotherapy and wore the wrong shoes.
Ah.
Look him up, people.
Antonio Brown. I'm going to get him up.
I've actually had a fair few bets on him.
Richard
When
Millet.
now he's gone to Patriots. But yeah, so we kicked off final week's one. West Coast demolished Essendon on the Thursday night, which we picked. Magpies beat Geelong by 10 points, which we also tipped. This is where we went a little bit haywire. We thought the Bulldogs were going to win, and I was that confident I put in our clan bet. Unfortunately, they got done by about 10 goals.
Ugh.
They never turned up. And then Tigers won by 47 against the Lions on Saturday. Was that Sunday? It was Saturday night.
Saturday night.
4 finals game, you have a Thursday night, a Friday night, and 2 Saturday games.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
It was a bit closer than 47, but Richmond kicked 18 goals for, which I think is the second most accurate finals scoring. Lions kicked 8-17. So
That's ordinary.
yeah. So what is that? Hold on. 18 plus 4,
25.
22 versus 25.
So
they actually had more scoring shots.
Yeah.
So yeah, it lines up a very interesting semi-finals week. And semi-finals week can be one of the most difficult weeks of betting throughout the AFL season because it's do or die scenarios, but teams it either brings the best out of teams or it can absolutely bury them. It's a huge game on Friday night. You've got Geelong versus West Coast Eagles. West Coast were dominating against Essendon on the Thursday night. Geelong looked a bit tired. I'm going to put a bit of a write-up on the page, so check that out more. I just think we mentioned it last week that 3 words, Nick Nat back.
Nick Nat back.
And he was back in a big way with full force.
Good on him.
He was tackling blokes. He
Kicking goals.
I don't know. I think he might have kicked a goal.
Good on him.
He's
Nick
a big,
Nat back.
big ruckman.
Ruckman.
Oh, he's
What
not,
do they
actually
do?
not super tall. They're the guys in the middle that jump.
They do the tip-off.
Yeah, and then they do the sign.
they Run around and...
Tackle. And they're kind of like a
kill
bit of
people.
enforcement. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. That's not a big deal. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a rucks coach.
What do you reckon Borgie
doing
would be
that.
if he was in there?
He'd be in the
small
guts.
Forward?
Oh, he'd be pocket.
Pocket rocket.
Yeah.
Fit in your pocket.
A little Borgie, the pocket rocket.
No, I'm pretty. I like when
You're
I played,
so
When I
fast.
played mixed netball. I
Yeah.
was mostly in the centre because I'm swift.
Like the Swifts.
Like the...
I played. Yeah.
the Swifts.
Yeah, that's a good comparison, I suppose. You have to stop when you get the ball.
What position do you reckon I'd play?
In AFL.
Kicking the goals at the front.
See.
Nah.
All glory. Nah.
No, I don't know. You haven't got it,
I've got
I
a bit of
reckon.
speed about
Nah.
me.
You got a bit of speed, but it's
Where
you've
does
got
the speed
that.
go?
You if you were to be
Water?
good at AFL, you'd need to be a little bit taller.
You think
You're
so?
the right build, but you need to be a little bit taller. Where he's got that
What's he
meatball,
got?
meatball speed.
What's he got that I don't
meatball
got?
speed.
We'll have to start another podcast.
Yeah,
We probably need a water boy, so and a fast one actually. That's really
Yeah.
good because I get thirsty immediately, so I'd need no delays. There you
Get him
go.
out there.
Looks like we're playing AFL.
Water.
We gotta prove
You're
it.
in.
Water.
Yep. Looks like we're
Hey,
playing
you were a
AFL.
good quarterback down in the warehouse
I
today.
killed it.
You were throwing a league
throwing
ball
bombs.
like a gridiron ball, perfect spirals,
T. Brady.
effing frozen ropes, boom,
Made it rain inside.
lasers. Yeah, I like West Coast in this. Geelong, I don't know, they just
I think
looked a
you're
bit
in trouble.
tired.
I think you're in trouble here.
You like the Cats?
Cats
You're
bounce
gonna
back.
I gotta go
you're
against
gonna
them.
take the minor premiers to go loss out.
Well, the
Yep.
market suggests that's
Wow.
that's what's going to happen.
I reckon this will change too.
It's over there too, isn't it? Because West Coast. Oh, Geelong at the second chance at the G.
At the G.
So you reckon the Cats will start favourite?
Maybe it'll come closer in. That game completely swapped the GWS Western Bulldogs game. We took Bulldogs last week at $1.80, and I think they started at $2.40.
Wow.
So I got no idea. But yeah,
West
I'm.
Coast have the big G experience too of late. With
Mate,
the grand
they haven't
final
lost many
experience.
this year at the G either.
Man, this is tough. This will be a good game.
It's going to be a cracking game. Well, I'm going to be watching because there's only 2 of them. But yeah,
I'll watch them
that's
both.
Friday. Is that Friday night? Oh, you know what? I'd be tempted. Watch the first quarter, and I'm just going to see if it's still got me. I might head over to Roosters, Rabbitohs. Actually, my wife. Yeah, of course I'll be watching Roosters.
Yeah.
We have no
You're
I'll
not
watch
the
this
boss
later.
in
Yeah,
that
I'll watch
household.
this. Yeah, see, Friday night's hard because and it was the same last week. I had to watch Roosters, Rabbitohs, then I had to watch West Coast, Essendon, and then I had to watch the cricket. I was having a few drinks too.
I
At
watched
4
the
o'clock, I
cricket.
can hardly see anything.
You know what? I watched the most Ashes I've watched last week because after the dinner we went to at the conference on Thursday. We then went back to someone's room and a heap of us and
Okay, phew.
got stuck in and started the party going
heap
with
of
the
it.
cricket on in the background.
That's all right.
Saw Steve Smith get his double ton.
Far out, he's
Saw
good.
him get out.
Steve Smith.
Extremely loud.
Is he as good as Bradman or what?
I didn't see
That's the
Bradman.
comparisons.
Nah, he's the best batsman in the world at the moment, and he's the second best batsman that Australia's have had.
He might be the best ever.
Look, I repeated that. Like, that's not my thoughts. I think he has to be better than Bradman because stats-wise, Bradman's still better, averages, but it's a different game now, different pressures. Like, this guy cried in front of the world. Like,
It's a different game.
I think he should be Australian of the Year.
Haven't these two come back
Because
in opposite form?
The other thing is, and I said this in the beginning, I reckon he fell on his sword.
Yeah,
I
100%.
reckon he had no idea about the sandpaper. No, I reckon he had no idea. He's not like that. You've met him, haven't you?
I never met him. I met Michael Clark.
Text him?
Yeah,
No,
Michael
text
Have you
Clark,
kissed
yeah.
him?
I've kissed Michael Clark.
Not. Boogie's trying to get
Kissed
Blake.
I
in
know.
trouble.
He's trying to get me in
Oh,
trouble.
you got the Michael Clark video photo on the lounge that time.
And you
Yeah.
both got frosted
Me and
tips.
Clarky. Yeah, we had the same haircut back then. I had a little bit more hair back in the day.
Eagles paying $1.80, which I think's good because I think they win fairly convincingly. Just back to that.
$1.80. Eagles.
Boogie, you're taking Cats. Who do you like, BJ?
I'll go with you. I'll go with you, Sam.
Okay.
Not you, Boogie.
The other boogie.
You've been trying to stitch me up.
Not you, Boogie. I go with you, Boogie. So, second of the two games, Brisbane Lions versus Greater Western Sydney. This is a much tougher game. I couldn't really fault the Lions last week except for their kicking. How they didn't tag Dustin Martin. Like, you'd almost sacrifice your best player to stop someone kicking 6 goals on you when he's playing high half forward midfield. But GWS were flying. They were ferocious. If they can carry that intensity up to the Gabba, and it will be a proper Gabba home game now because, I mean, there was about, I think it holds 45,000. I think there was about 10,000 Richmond fans. You will not get GWS fans,
No.
10,000 of them.
No, you won't.
But I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, do Richmond's gone up there, pumped them in the end in front of their home crowd. Is it still a factor? The GWS would honestly be sitting there going, well, we can beat them at home. We can beat them at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Brisbane do it. Say Brisbane do it. I think Brisbane came up
Surprised.
against
I got to hear it.
the form team of the AFL at the moment. You
They
do
are.
not want to be playing Richmond,
No.
and Richmond, luckily for your Pies, won't see the Pies until the grand final if they both make it. That's handy.
Just a quick flashback to when we're doing our pre-season previews.
Yeah, you said something about Dustin Hoffman. Is that his name?
From Rain Man.
What's his name?
Dustin Martin.
Dustin Martin.
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin-
I don't know why he's doing the robot.
He could read he could count the cards.
Yes,
Rain
good,
Man.
that's it.
Yes.
Dustin Martin can count
What
cards.
was his name?
No, I tipped Collingwood Richmond grand
Dustin
final.
Martin.
And that's what we
Richmond.
took.
Did ya?
We took him at like big odds. $26 or something. You don't remember, do you?
Dustin
Hoffman. You're an idiot.
Classic.
You are an idiot. So, yeah, that Giants were just too impressive for me last week. Boy, you're saying Brisbane. I actually am
Say
taking...
Brisbane. Go Brizzy.
I'm actually going to go a bit soft here. And I'm going to take the Giants plus 18.5 at $1.50.
That is soft.
I know.
That's weak.
It's $1.50.
That's so weak.
Oh, well.
So what do you got? $1.80 and $1.50.
Yeah.
About $2.70.
Yeah, okay. 2 games.
Okay. So I'm just saying it with that voice.
If you were going to throw other stuff in there, you know, if you're going to put together a little Woodhead's wager or something like that.
Hang on, Woodhead, get your handbag off the table.
Oh,
That was sexist. You're a pig.
that you are a pig, mate. We don't say that kind of stuff here.
You're weak.
We don't say
What's
that
wrong
kind
with
of
a man's
stuff.
handbag?
Kansas City Chiefs minus 4.5. Put that in there as well, and Texans with the start. That'll give you about $6. But yeah, look, I don't know. I can't pick the game. I'm not going to tip something that I don't think's going to win.
Yeah, they're tough. Tough games.
Is that the bet you're having?
It is the bet I'm actually having.
With the Texans and the Chiefs?
Yeah, I'll take Texans and Chiefs. I've only done half my form in the NFL, but they're the standouts for me.
What about the Browns?
The Browns have the Monday night game at Jets. We backed both of them last week and both of them turned up unimpressive. I think the Jets win. I think the Browns lose again. I wonder what watch he's going to wear this week.
Oh, Hubler.
Nah, mate, that's way below his standard.
I remember that.
He'll wear a
He's like
bloody
my
a
watches.
Cartier or something like that. Diamond Cartier. Remember Floyd Mayweather went to the basketball? No one knows watches. Yeah. He wore like a $1.5 million watch.
Do you remember that
Imagine
song
just
Otis?
scratching it. Imagine
remember
just
that-
walking past the wall, which I do with all my watches, and just scratch them on the bricks.
Well, that you wouldn't want to do that with any of these watches we're talking about. But do you remember that song Otis?
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Yeezy and that? Don't
Yeah.
they mention a Hoblo or whatever it's called?
Yeah, mate. Just
They're gone now.
Mate,
Is
they're
this
just
what all the
not
rappers
cool
are
anymore.
wearing? The Richard
if they
Mille.
can afford them, who buys you can get for under $100,000?
Oh, so you probably got one.
I don't have a Hublot. I was going to buy one actually,
Really?
second-hand one once.
Oh,
Second-hand was still bloody.
you got more money than I thought.
Mate, this is why I've got no money. I buy stupid stuff. Hey, we got any racing on this weekend?
Yeah, we got plenty of racing.
Any
There's-
good
There's
races?
Group 1 in Melbourne.
Well, tell us about it.
Talk to us.
Group 1 Mackay
Make it
Diva
quick though,
Stakes.
because I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
Oh,
We're going to
hey.
Guzman and Gomez.
We have one of our number one fans coming up to the Gold Coast next week.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Who is it?
The Mug Punter. He's a young bloke. He's
the
got
bloke
his
that
own.
wants my job.
He wants your job every week. He's up on the Gold Coast. He's been into us about coming on board. We're going to have him in. And,
How long's he got? How long are we going to give him?
We'll call it a minute with Mug.
Okay.
But it's going to
We'll
be
give-
probably
we'll give him a
moments
minute.
with Mug.
Yeah, we'll give him a couple of seconds.
We'll give him a bit.
No, we'll get him in here. He can give us some hot tips for the weekend. And
Yeah. We might pit him against you.
Oh,
Yeah, we can do that.
all right. Let's. You and I will choose like a race each. They
Yeah.
can tip who. I'm
Yeah.
gonna like. It's got to be like speed form. They got to read through. Bang bang.
Yeah, yeah.
In it, like maybe we could do it in like just random places.
Yeah. I'm going Darwin.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's not even a horse race.
It's the
Mine's
cane toad
mine's
racing
the
up at
mug-
Port Douglas.
Czechoslovakian national
Yeah,
swimming
volleyball.
titles.
All right, Group 1 in Melbourne. Are we starting there?
Yeah. The Mackay Diva Stakes.
Ah, yeah, good
Do you
horse.
remember her?
I do remember her.
What
of
did she
course.
do?
She had a big heart.
She's not far lap.
They put me on the spot. This is your segment.
No, come
Mate,
on,
I'm still
Borgie.
upset you
She
called
won
me.
a- no.
You
She
said
won
my
a Caulfield
handbag was
Cup.
on the
She
thing.
won 3 Melbourne Cups in a row. Trained by Lee Friedman. Rode by Glenn Boss all 3 times. Backed by Seaborg a couple
Oh.
of times.
Go Borgie.
I don't remember her.
That's when you could get a Melbourne Cup winner at $5.
Mackay Diva.
And then under $5 the third time she
I
went
came into the racing scene about
She won-
black
she
caviar time.
She carried 61 kilos one time or something stupid.
Oh, she
Maybe not that much.
it wasn't 61
Stupid.
kilos, but she I think she won a Melbourne Cup with 58 kilos or something like that.
Because it's a
which is-
handicap race.
Yeah, and
for those-
that's tough for a mare because mares get 2 kilos off.
Mm.
My
Uh,
horse is in this race, by the way.
What
The
horse?
number 13.
Mystic Journey.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a big race. Mystic Journey takes on... no, not Red Zell. Not yet. Later.
Calm down.
Sorry.
You get
Getting
there, though.
excited.
She won't run. She doesn't run into. She won't run into Red Zell. But
There's 2 sprinters that are going to come up against each other soon. Red
Ar-
Zell,
Arcadia Queen,
And Arcadia
Classic
Queen.
Legend,
classic legend.
Because
Red Zell will blow them all off the track.
KP McAvoy
What
had
a
to
good
make a
Yeah, you have
decision
to make the choice. That's what I was
between Red Zell
forgetting
and
but
Classic
trying
Legend.
to remember.
Oh,
Okay.
has he chosen?
Yeah, Red Zell.
Of course.
All right.
It's a bad decision because Classic Legend will win. But
Maybe you and I should have a bet. Because you
side
know that
wager.
I love
what do you want to bet?
Tacos. Oh, no.
Do you want to
Red
bet
Zell.
50 big
Uh,
ones. A Hublot.
a Betty's Burger?
A Betty's
meal.
Burger. We had Betty's Burgers the other day. It was like $30 each for
You
a
missed
burger.
out. It's nice.
Where was I?
Working.
It was the day we had to go to Apple.
Oh, okay.
And
All
we-
right. Sorry.
we got
Let's go back to the Mackay Diva Stakes. What do
Are
you
we,
like?
are we liking Mystic Journey?
Yeah, well, I think she's going to be hard to beat. She's the pride of Tassie. How good are the Tassie horses going?
We got a lot of
by the
Tassie
way?
fans on the page too. Shout out to the Tassie guys. Do you want me to give you the best bets for Mystic Journey?
Yeah, tell us.
All
What
right.
do they say?
Has taken over the mantle of best mare in Australia from Winx,
Wow.
winning 11 of her 14 starts, and it was an impressive return to racing, winning the PBE Lawrence at Caulfield last start. She's unbeaten at the mile and unbeaten second up. gets plenty of ticks.
Should have had a rest before this. We haven't heard about.
Wouldn't they spray her for ticks?
They run her first up. No, she's won
That's
first
pretty
up
good,
already
actually.
over 1,400 metres.
Okay.
I'm good.
She's going to be super hard to beat. It's
Price?
225 or something like that.
It's a
I
bit
think.
handy. Might
Do
have a little
We'll rip in.
Borgie weekend wager.
Yeah.
you remember the horse that I tipped in the Melbourne Cup, Yucatan?
Yeah.
And he won the Herb Power and
Won the
James
Herbert
McDonald-
Power.
James McDonald sat up on him on the line.
Yeah.
He's back
Stood on it.
in this race.
Surfed it home.
Basically,
Like
He was
this
in
past
front
the
by
winning
about-
post.
he was in front by about 8 lengths
Yeah,
into the
smashed
last
it.
100, and he just sat up on him, and he won by about
Who
length and a half.
who is riding Mystic Journey? Sorry,
Anthony Darmenon.
who's he?
She's a Tassie horse. He's a Tassie rider.
Oh, you have to have
He-
Tassie riders for
No,
Tassie
no,
horses.
they've just stuck with him.
Okay.
You don't change rider when.
Was he? Can I ask? Was he anyone before he got on the back of Mystic Journey?
Well, he was one of the top riders in Tassie, but not known on the mainland, I'd suggest.
Who's the second top rider in Tassie?
Couldn't tell you. Oh, no, I do know. Actually do know this. Craig Newitt rides over there.
Does
He's
he,
actually...
Froggy?
Froggy Newitt's the number one rider.
Hey.
Froggy Newitt's over there. He's the number one rider.
Now that what's known. So tell us about Yucatan. You liking it?
No, I
Okay.
haven't really had a good look into this race yet, but
You understand what we do here on the podcast, don't you?
we tip.
Okay.
We
So
make tips.
we'll do part 2 when you eventually get a chance
It's-
to. I forgot to have my bloody Nexium today, and these beers are going down like they're fire.
It's your first beer. It's not beers plural. It
Feels like I've had
beer.
20 beers.
This beer is going down like razor blades.
Wonder if you can feel the heat through the speakers. Give us a tip.
I'll give you a tip. I backed Night's Watch the other day, and he was super unlucky. He had absolutely no luck. It was in a much, much, much weaker race than this, but he would have blown him away first up. That was in a handicap over 1,400 metres. That was really an unsuitable distance for him. He's with the Wallace stable now. Damien Oliver, great jock in the saddle. He's drawn 15, which is a bit awkward, but he's going to go back anyway. And he's been competitive at Group 1 weight for age before. I think this horse is ready to come into his own, and he's got some chance at about $19.
$19.
What do you got to say about him?
Ran 5th last start at Caulfield, went first up and generally strong second up. Placed twice at Flemington, but been unable to get a wind. Not bird.
Not bad.
Really?
No, it says not the worst.
Not the worst. Not the worst is actually good for my selection.
Yeah, they're usually like, stay away.
Put a line through it.
We'll never win. Okay, $19.
So
Well,
let's-
we'll take that as a
I'll-
place,
I'll
maybe.
definitely be having something on him.
Top eight.
Nope. Okay. We back at Sydney or we're
Yeah,
sticking
back
down
at Sydney.
there?
No,
Right.
go back to Sydney. So plenty of good racing in Sydney. First of all, the 5th race of the Dulcify Stakes, 1,500 metres. That's a listed race. You know Dulcify won the Cox Plate the
The what?
year before Kingston Town won his 3 Cox Plates. And then Dulcify broke down in that Melbourne Cup, and they had to put him down. So he never raced again.
Well,
But it would have been
After he
interesting.
was put
He
down.
won the Cox Plate by about 10 lengths in 79, and then
if
Kingston Town won
if-
80, 81, and 82.
if Dulcify, what does your old man think? If Dulcify didn't break down and Kingston was up against Dulcify in the following...
I don't know. I've never had this conversation with him, but it'd be interesting.
You know, it'd be nice
conversation.
if Malcolm ever came on the podcast.
We should ask him.
That'd be good.
Write down that question, and we'll ask it to him.
Maybe just text your dad.
Just call him when you're
No.
on your way home.
We'll get-
And I don't work for you. I don't just... I write those notes down. Take minutes, Woodhead. There's some decent horses in this race.
In the Dulcify?
Castelvecchio, True Detective, Superium,
Others?
Well,
Shining Eagle. That's what I like.
well, I think Shining Eagle might be 300 to 1, but I'm not sure.
151.
151.
Glenn Boss is on it. Bossy. It's
Boss
a
is the
place
champ,
bet.
the mo-
It's a place bet at least.
You think so?
Yeah.
What price is he the place? She the place?
$3.
$3.
Doesn't
Well,
say.
Castelvecchio.
What do you like?
Castelvecchio won the Group 1 Champagne Stakes. We saw True Detective get that protest over Superium last start,
Oh,
and that was
no, we
good
weren't
for
on
us.
That was good.
Was
for
that
us.
one? It
We
was
were
the
on
one
True
we're on,
Detective.
yeah.
That was a
started my
good one
day.
for us. Just thinking, He is a half-brother to Think and Big. You remember that horse of Gaze? He started favouring in a VRC Derby. He won a couple of really nice races.
I feel like
leading
I do.
up to that. You would know him. I reckon you backed him in the Derby. I'm probably with Just Thinking. His win at Warwick Farm was really good over 1,300 metres. That was over Hulk. He's stepping up to 1,500 metres, which is ideal. He's going to go forward, make his own luck on the speed. Tim Clark's in the saddle. I think he's going to be really hard to get past. And he's a really big, strong horse. And I just think he's going to be his older brother.
Yep.
Was a nice stayer and good 3-year-old. And this horse is probably going to do the same thing.
Very nice.
What do you
Very
got
nice.
to say about him?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. You couldn't load it fast enough.
Led throughout
Not
for a
heaps.
dominant win last start to break maiden at Warwick Farm. When first up and has the speed to overcome an unfavourable draw. Tim Clark has had success aboard previously. Can surprise.
$9. Let's take that. Good price. Your other horse, Bivouac's in.
Oh, really? What
Race 6.
Run to the Rose.
The Run to the Rose.
We're back in it?
1,200 metres.
I'm back in.
We're running into exceedance again.
We're a better horse than Exceedance. If
think
it's
so?
if it's a dry track, we get the win.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm probably with exceedance. I think
You were last time and then you changed your mind.
I did change my mind. Huey made me change my mind. And Huey hurt his finger. He got an operation today.
Hope
So he's
okay.
not riding this weekend. But he'll
John
be
Wayne Parr's
back
on.
next week.
Is that J Parr?
What?
John Wayne Parr?
Joshua.
Oh, Joshua.
Josh Parr.
You know who
Josh
John
Parr.
Wayne Parr is, eh?
No.
Ah, guys.
Josh Parr, the smiling assassin. That's what they call him.
John Wayne Parr was a champion Muay Thai fighter, Aussie, from the Gold Coast. Still here now. Has a gym within a kilometre from here, and he is taking on Anthony the Man Mundine.
Oh, I saw
Really?
that there was
Yeah.
something about Mundine coming up.
What? In a
Boxing match, yeah.
Not a Muay Thai fight?
No, he will punch the absolute suitcases out of Mundine.
Really? You
Yeah,
think
he
so?
still runs a gym now like he is.
Is it at the Gold Coast? Can we go?
No, they haven't. They're hoping to bring it here.
Yes.
If they do, we'll go. 100%.
Definitely.
That'll be
I've,
so
I've
good.
actually never been to the boxing.
Mate,
in my life.
boxing is one of the great life sports. A lot of people wouldn't know that, but it is fantastic. And if you go, like, if you're at the Commonwealth Games or you get a chance to go to Olympics, something like that, one of the best sets of tickets you can get is the boxing. Just a hot tip for you.
You ever been?
Maltese have good boxers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do. They have a lot of them in the amateur ranks.
Jeff Fennick
and
was
yeah,
he Maltese?
the one that just beat Jeff Horn's part Maltese, isn't
Yep,
he? Isn't
he's-
like a Galere
yeah.
or something?
Yep, he's Maltese. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're well-renowned fighters.
Yeah, we're pretty...
What happened to you?
We've won some wars.
Bogey.
Me.
What happened to you?
I just don't
Slaps.
bring it out.
Slaps
Yeah.
at 20.
Uh, you're
all
a
right.
lover, not a
We're
fighter.
not... Okay, I'm going Bivouac. You're going Exceedance.
I'm going Exceedance. I reckon Exceedance is the best 3-year-old in the country, and he'll prove it. And he'll go on and win.
Just, you can't ignore that run, 2 runs back from
No.
Bivouac.
But this horse is...
Better.
Oh, Bivouac is a really nice horse, and
Really nice.
we
It's
don't
like you're
know...
breaking up with me.
We
and
don't
you've been...
know...
I mean, it's not you.
He handles wet tracks. Exceedance seemed to handle it well as well, but I think Exceedance is equally good horse
I don't
on
know.
the dry track. But we're going to
You
find
know
out
what
on
Bivouac
Saturday.
needs?
What do you think?
The blinkers off. Oh, these blinkers off first time.
Oh.
Why? What's that going to do to him?
You know, 2 things.
I just want to know.
I want, well, just so we can see where Exceedance is as it flies past,
Oh.
number 1. Number 2, bit of synthetic hoof filler wouldn't help. Wouldn't go
Wouldn't
astray. Wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't help either. I'm tired. Let's wrap this bitch up.
Blinkers,
Off.
they want him so that they take the blinkers off because they'll want him to settle better in the races. So they put the blinkers on to like
Don't let him settle.
make them focus.
Just go.
Well, you want the blinkers back on.
I want him on. I know.
Okay, we like the blinkers on.
Hopefully, John Wayne Parr will get his hands around and just like cover his eyes.
Maybe like karate chop him or something. In a friendly way.
It's my time, mate.
Yeah, Muay Thai's mixed martial arts. Karate
Your
chopping
horse-
is one of the karates.
You think so?
I know so.
He knows.
That's why I
used to do
said
karate.
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 I used
We
to
have
do karate.
oil for the hair. The karate oil.
I was a green belt. But
First one.
no, white.
What's
Go
the second
white,
one?
Yellow, green.
Oh, you got the what? Then what?
He only did it for 15 years,
yeah.
Woodhead.
I'm guessing the one up to green's
Green
black.
can kill people.
And it was
if you strangle them with your
if
green
you
belt.
run them over in a car, unrelated to
Green belt.
karate.
Is that true?
That's true.
Can you give us a kick?
Don't.
You've seen my
Give
kick.
us a kick. Oh, that is shit.
It's a green belt kick.
What? Tell us about Borgie's horses in this next race.
Arcadia Queen.
What
Oh,
race?
yeah.
We
are
were just
we in?
talking about it before.
Yeah,
Race 7, the
Go
Theo
the Queen.
Mark Stakes.
Theo Marks.
Tommy Melbourne's in. You know him.
Run second.
Second place, Tommy. Redouble. Bjorn's horses in. Eldorado Dreaming. Baller.
I like Baller.
That's,
This is a very good race.
It is a very good race.
Trope. Zusane.
Antonio Brown got a share in Baller, you reckon?
Oh, mate.
He would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they named him after him. Trope is a Group 1 horse in the making. I'm not sure about this race at the moment, but Zusane does look a bit of overs.
Yeah.
He's a very good horse. He runs second in the Coolmore to Sunlight. That was a Group 1. He runs second in the Golden Rose last year to the Autumn Sun. He came out last preparation and started a very short favourite in the Sedative at Caulfield, and he didn't have the best of luck. He missed the start, and then he was pretty bad in the Newmarket, but he was right in the market, and he's trialled really good twice. $15 looks a bit of overs to me. But Arcadia Queen
Zusane.
is trialling very good, and I'd be very scared of her.
All right.
But that's a
Couple of winners for us.
Yeah, that's about it at the moment. I will be having something on Invincibella in the Sharako Stakes as well. So that is race 8, number 1. But I'm going to get stuck into that race later in the week, and my preview will be out not long from today.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you, mate.
Bankroller. We got it up last week with BJ's big stake on Libertini at about $1.20 something, $1.22 maybe.
And she didn't. What's wrong?
Nothing.
You're
was a
looking
little
at the
freak
video
out. Yeah,
camera
it was a
like
little
it's
freak out.
turned off.
This week we are back to the Woodhead. What do you got for us at that $1.20 or so mark?
I'm going to work around the $1.22 mark.
Ooh,
Big odds.
$1.22.
nice one.
I'm going to take West Coast plus 19.5.
That's dumb.
Why?
That's okay. That's your.
Do you think Cats are going to? I don't know.
No,
mate.
no. That's give him the big start. That's cool. At home. It's a win. You're convincing me into it. So this is how much
They're
we
not
got
at
on
home.
it?
They're at Geelong. We got $410 heading into $1.22.
Wow.
We might hit that. Once
We'll
we
be
hit
very close to
500,
500.
every
Would it?
$1.20 will be $100 increments.
That handbag's showing again.
That's
Have
my
a go.
stomach.
Have a crack.
This is 2 cents
Have
more
a-
than your bankroller bet
have
last
a
week.
crack.
And you go $100.16s or something last time.
I'm smart.
Imagine if we could get $1.50 shots up.
Oh, I'm not game.
Not games.
All right. That's the
I didn't have a good
bankroller.
week. Bankroller, done.
We got
Lock it in. Clam.
Clam bet.
Clam. You want to start?
No, because I got to choose one.
Blake.
I got to start. All right, I'll take.
I just googled clam. Supposed to Google NRL.com.
Oh, well done.
All right, let's
Clam.
go.
There
Rose
is actually
Hill.
a picture of your clam.
Yeah.
Of your clam.
Rose Hill.
Yeah.
Well, I'm tossing up between a couple. I'm tossing up between Invincibella the Place at about $3. Then Arcadia Queen probably should win. She's $1.85, but I'm not sure about taking that short price. Exceedance, $2.10. I don't know. What do you guys reckon?
Just make a choice.
He likes Bivouac, so...
You want to do Exceedance, don't you? Do Exceedance.
Oh.
Actually, no. Don't. I want to win this.
No, I'm going to go Invincibella the Place at $3. So that's Rose Hill Race 8, number 1, Invincibella.
What are you
the
going, Wood?
Place.
I'm heading over to the NFL. I like the Kansas City Chiefs are at Oakland Raiders.
Oh, that's my team, the Raiders.
The Raiders had a good win last week. I think they're...
Boggy was ecstatic about that.
Blade love him.
Yeah, the Raiders had a good win last week. Chiefs were huge.
Do the Chiefs have the best offense in the game? Now the Pats may with Antonio Brown.
Well, that's if Antonio Brown gets on the field. We may never see him play again.
He may retire.
He does. That was in my write-up. We took Chiefs to win the conference and Rams to win Their conference, meet the Super Bowl, Rams win. I actually like the Rams' offensive line a
Well,
little
last
bit
year
better.
they put in a mad game, the two of them. Their offense, but
I
the
can't
two of
wait to
them
see
was
it
so
again.
good.
There's actually
Remember that? That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like 45 all or
Yeah.
something.
and
Rams won, so it wasn't all.
they did. In the end, they did. Rams are playing New Orleans Saints this week as well.
Oh, it's a big game.
That'll be a big game. But yeah, I'm taking Chiefs minus 4.5 at $1.55.
All right. So, do we need a biggish one from me then? Because that's at about $4.50.
Yeah, I've lost my cojones this week.
Yeah, you got no cojones.
You've got no. I'm going to find them again.
I
If I have a
found-
win this
I was
week,
just gonna
I have
take.
a good week.
I was just going to take Para $1.50.
I don't like that either because that means it knocks Broncos out. But yeah, Para what?
You changed teams halfway through the year. I'm going to take Para $1.50. So
So what? I like the
$3.55.
Roosters.
It's going to end up about $6.70, $6.80, something like that.
So you're just going Para win.
Para win.
$6.80
For the
and I
W.
took a $3 chance.
Yeah, you're the value here. Yours is $1.50.
Mine's $1.50.
Nah, let's just get it. Let's get it.
Made fun of me and then he did a bit that was less than mine.
That's
I do what I
okay.
want. You guys know that.
I googled, you know that $1.2 million
Clean.
watch? Do you
Yeah.
know, Pablo Mac,
Who is he?
Argentinian polo player.
Okay.
Yeah.
He might be
Okay.
here.
Do you know
in-
Has
Bubba
he
Watson's
got it?
got one?
Bubba Watson's got one. Yeah, he's
Bubba
got a
Watson's
white
got
one, doesn't he?
Yes, from
Yeah,
Remy.
what?
You know your watches.
Yeah, I do know what. Rafa Nadal's is orange.
Oh, okay.
And have a look at the Jackie Chan Richard Mille. It's got a panda in it. Racist, but still. I
Real
think it's
one.
very
It's the last one.
It's the last panda of China.
That's why it's so expensive. Just a normal watch you get
Yeah,
from.
they put it's full of
$50
panda fur. So yes, but no, look, boys, thank you. Episode 27. We're in the home stretch now. Finals are abound. Very exciting. Good racing. Spring Carnival.
Oh.
It's a great time of the year. It really is.
It's my
Starting to
birthday
warm up
last
here on the
week, so
coast.
you're right.
Happy
Is
birthday,
it?
Boogie.
Did we say
Last
happy
week.
birthday?
Yeah, you come round
Oh,
my
that's
house.
right. He messaged you and wrote, happy birthday, Bog. He even spelled your name wrong. And then you wrote, I've got a 2 p.m. post. Love you. You didn't write love you.
No, but
Just all work with this guy.
I gave him a present.
Oh, did you? We didn't do a present.
Yeah, well,
We
okay.
don't do presents.
I got you a bottle of wine.
That's nice.
I bought you a little bit of scotch. The Pat and I drank.
Yeah.
They got you the old fashions.
Oh, yeah, on the night. That's right.
Who
Thank
knows?
you for
They
that.
were good.
Thanks, everyone. I shouldn't have mentioned my birthday.
All right. Thank you, fellas.
Let's go to Guzman. Let's do
Back
this.
up next week. We've got a
Mug
special
next week.
guest next week.
Boom.
And yeah, enjoy. Bye.
See you guys.